Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016-2017 National Officers. Your high school officers are a residential carpentry graduate from Mid-America Technology Center in Oklahoma, Region 4, Vice President Tanner Weston. A pre-engineering and design technologies graduate of Upper Valley Career Center in Ohio, Region 3, Vice President Keaton Piper. A graphic design and communication pathways graduate from Sandy Creek High School in Georgia, Region 2, Vice President Helen Smith. A business finance and technology graduate from Union County Vocational Technical School in New Jersey, Region 1, Vice President Monish Sabani. A construction and masonry graduate from Southwestern Randolph High School in North Carolina, parliamentarian Valerie York. A pre-engineering and design and technology graduate of Upper Valley Career Center in Ohio, treasurer William Woodyard. A criminal justice graduate of Tulsa Technology Center and Owasso High School in Oklahoma, secretary Mackenzie Astripe. A health services graduate from Blackstone Valley Regional Vocational Technical High School in Massachusetts, President Stacy Munoz. Your college post-secondary officers are a medical student at San Joaquin Delta College in California, parliamentarian Amani Jobber. A graduate of the diesel-powered equipment technology from Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Knoxville, treasurer Sherry Wilcox. A cosmetology graduate of Indian Capital Technology Center in Oklahoma, secretary Madison Roller. An elementary and special education student attending Rhode Island College, president and presiding officer for this opening ceremony, Amanda Crawley.
The opening ceremony of the 53rd National Leadership and Skills Conference will come to order. The Skills USA opening ceremony is a statement of our essential beliefs as Skills USA members. Each individual element of our emblem has a special meaning. Patriotism, the industrial society, knowledge, technology, and the individual. As we perform our ceremony tonight, we ask that you reflect upon the symbolism of our emblem and its meaning in your life. The thought for the day will be given by Madam College Post-Secondary Parliamentarian.
The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Malcolm X.
The emblem is symbolic of the Skills USA organization. You are about to witness the emblem ceremony, in which the meaning of each component of our emblem will be given and the significance of the colors described. Madam High School Secretary.
The shield represents patriotism. The shield denotes our belief in democracy, liberty, and the American way of life. Mr. High School Treasurer.
The gear represents the industrial society. The gear, symbolic of the industrial society, denotes the interdependence and cooperation of the individual working with labor and management for the betterment of mankind. Madam High School Parliamentarian.
The torch represents knowledge. The flaming torch reflects the light of knowledge which dispels the darkness of ignorance. In light of the torch, progress will be made towards the vocational goals of the individual. Mr. Region 1 Vice President.
The orbital circles represent technology. The circles represent the challenge of modern technology and the training needed to accept and master new technical frontiers and the need for continuous education. Madam Region 2 Vice President.
The hands represent the individual. The hands portray a search for knowledge and our desire to acquire a skill. In the process of attaining knowledge and skill, we'll develop a respect for the dignity of work and become productive and responsible citizens. Mr. Region 3, Vice President.
With the affixing of the golden hands, we add the final official color of Skills USA. The colors of the emblem represent our organization. Red and white represent the individual states and the chapters. Blue represents the common union of the states and the chapters. And gold represents the individual, the most important element of Skills USA. Mr. Region 4, Vice President.
All the components constitute our emblem. Separately, they can be applied to many organizations, but as one unit, they represent the fundamental principles and purposes of our organization. The emblem represents Skills USA. Madam College Post-Secondary President.
And now, from Milton, Georgia, the Cambridge High School Law and Justice Program Honor Guard will present the colors of the United States of America. Singing our national anthem will be Kamani Jackson, a student at Howard High School of Technology in Wilmington, Delaware. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors, our national anthem, and Pledge of Allegiance. Do not be seated until the gavel has sounded.
o'er the land of the free. And the home of the
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the 2017 Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference opening ceremony. I am excited and honored to stand before you tonight and usher in what will be one of the most amazing and unforgettable weeks of our lives. This week is the culmination of hundreds of hours of hard work, adaptability, training, and growth. As I look out in this sea of Skills USA Red, I am struck by the fact that we are a group of students unlike any other. I see a powerhouse of skilled and talented leaders. I see an arena full of people that represent a culturally diverse nation, yet share common goals. I see America's future. And as America's future, we have responsibilities that include striving to be the best in our chosen fields of study, being model American citizens and serving as role models for future generations, and exhibiting tolerance and understanding for things we may not understand or know. Skills USA and our career and technical education provide us with a unique set of skills that ensure we are confident, career-ready professionals as we enter the workforce. Preparing America's skilled workforce is the cornerstone of Skills USA's programs and activities, which are conducted in thousands of local chapters nationwide by dedicated advisors and members. By focusing on personal, workplace, and technical skills grounded in academics, Skills USA helps ensure that we as members are primed for successful careers the moment we enter our ever-changing workforce. We are learning essential career-ready skills in addition to our technical abilities, which will help us obtain good jobs and progress in our chosen fields. Skills USA helps us see how what we are learning is directly connected to on-the-job performance and a successful future. Through the Skills USA framework, we understand that to be successful, We need attributes like responsibility, integrity, and a good attitude. To be hired, we need to be able to articulate the skills we have and how we can add value to a company. To survive in a quickly changing world, we need adaptability and grit. Our Skills USA community supports, motivates, and inspires us to pursue our dreams, be innovative, and feel confident about our potential. Skills USA is not only preparing us to be the future workforce, but to be leaders in the 21st century workforce.
Skills USA helps prepare America's skilled workforce by creating a partnership with students, teachers, and industry.
Preparing America's skilled workforce means preparing people to be leaders in the workplace and to be quality workers.
Skills USA helps prepare America's skilled workforce by giving us communication skills needed to excel.
Skills USA helps prepare America's skilled workforce by partnering with industry that advocate for Skills USA and what we stand for.
Skills USA helps prepare America's skilled workforce by making sure everyone is involved in a career that they are active in and enjoy.
By building your confidence and helping you showcase your leadership skills.
By instilling both hard and soft skills to make you a better and well-rounded individual.
Understanding the soft skills besides your technical skills, it is awesome.
Skills USA helps prepare America's skilled workforce by putting into practice the Skills USA framework.
By applying the framework of personal skills, workplace skills, and technical skills to all walks of life.
Skills USA is preparing students to not only use teamwork in their workplace, but personal life as well.
Skills USA prepares America's skilled workforce by creating well-rounded employees who are job-ready day one.
Success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up. On a mission so strong that obstacles like failure and loss only act as motivation. I mean, like, no one has the power to shatter your dreams unless you get something telling me to stop. I never do that in the name of love until I've given it my all and it just ain't enough. See, even if it's getting realer than they say it was, straighten up. Who's afraid of what? Players get involved. Nah, you work hard till you're better off. 24/7, 365, never stop. I go from tragedy to majesty. The victory has been woven into my tapestry. My adversary's not cut from the same flag as me. That's why the champion's gonna be who it has to be. This ain't the type of opportunity that disappears. I made it here because I shed blood, sweat, and tears. To get the title I forever have my sights on. This is where I become an American icon. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions. If you a champion, show me you a champion. If you a champion, show me you a champion. Cause real champions move like champions. And real champions prove that they're champions.
For 3 years, Skills USA has called Louisville home to our national conference, and Louisville has not disappointed. To welcome Skills USA back to Kentucky and help us start our exciting conference week, we welcome to the stage Lieutenant Governor Janine Hampton.
Thank you. Welcome, Skills USA, on behalf of Governor Matthew G. Bevin. Welcome to Kentucky. Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky. We are so glad you're here this year, back again. And this is my first time here. I'm having a blast. You guys are so energetic. You guys are wonderful. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Yes, you are. And I'll tell you what, I love this. You guys are people who get stuff done. You guys are hands-on, you're doers. I'm that kind of person too. I'm an engineer by degree, but I love just diving in and fixing stuff and taking stuff apart to see how it works. And you guys, and no matter what field you're here in, working in, you guys are people who like to get things done, and you are this nation's future. And I am so heartened that you are there. Thank you all for doing what you're doing. I wish each and every one of you a great competition, an absolutely great competition. Hello, Kentucky. Thank you for the wonderful hat back there. The Bluegrass State, awesome. Awesome, but keep up that energy, keep that, it's so wonderful. And when you go back to your home states, take that energy with you. Take it with you. And God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for having your competition here. And I hope you all come back next year. I will be roaming around tomorrow, so I hope to see some of you in your competitions. Good luck and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Hampton. We are looking forward to spending time in Kentucky.
All right, thank you.
Tonight's opening ceremony is co-sponsored by two of Skills USA's most dedicated partners, Toyota Motor North America and Snap-on Incorporated. Toyota Motor North America is one of the world's top automakers. During the past 50 years, Toyota has built more than 25 million cars and trucks in North America, where it operates 10 United States manufacturing plants and directly employs more than 136,000 people. Toyota Motor North America has been a Skills USA partner for 30 years, and in that time has donated more than $900,000 to the Skills USA Foundation, provided key leaders to the Skills USA Board of Directors and the Skills USA Foundation, and supported our automotive contest with volunteer experts and donated equipment.
Snap-on Incorporated is a leading global innovator, manufacturer and marketer of tools, equipment, diagnostics, repair information, and system solutions for the professional user performing critical tasks. Products and services include hand and power tools, tool storage, diagnostic software, information and management systems, shop equipment, and other solutions for vehicle dealerships and repair centers. Snap-on has donated nearly $2.3 million in its long partnership with the Skills USA Foundation. And, like Toyota, has provided Skills USA with critical guidance in both governance and partnership development. Snap-on supports rising transportation technicians across the country and has been an important influence in our automotive and aviation contest. We are very grateful to welcome two of Skills USA's most loyal and generous companies to the stage tonight. From Snap-on Incorporated, the National Sales Manager of Education, Mr. Greg Rentala. Next, from Toyota Motor North America, someone who has a history with Skills USA, a gold medalist in the National Automotive Competition, a national post-secondary officer, and even a year as an instructor and chapter advisor. He is currently the General Manager of Customer Quality Services, Mr. Tom Trisdale.
is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Thank you for that great introduction and warm welcome and Party Rock anthem. For the second year in a row, Snap-on and Toyota have come together in partnership to sponsor this opening ceremony of the Skills USA National Leadership Conference and Skills Competition. For our two companies to partner in this sponsorship, it's only natural, as Snap-on and Toyota are very close, critical partners. In business, we work side by side developing tools and equipment, supplying Toyota's dealer network and its technicians with the products needed to solve their critical tasks and producing the best products in the market.
This event is always very special for Toyota and Snap-on. Both of our companies have long histories with Skills USA and a proud history as partners in the transportation industry. As you heard earlier, over the last 60 years, Toyota's been committed to America with over $23 billion in direct investment, our 10 plants, our 1,500 dealers, but more importantly, the 25 million vehicles that we've assembled here with American workers. We clearly recognize the value of a well-prepared workforce. Now, as you heard from me, this is a little bit of a homecoming, but I must admit, the red jacket doesn't quite fit anymore. I'll see if Tim can hook me up with a new one. But while I'm originally from the great state of the Big Sky in Montana, some of those guys here, I've spent most of the last 20 years working with Toyota in California. But I need to go back a little bit farther. It was way back in 1988 that I first understood what Skills USA could really mean to me and to my future. You see, I was just an auto shop student like so many others, but in my classes, rebuilding small block Chevrolets and learning how automatic transmissions worked, and I got an introduction and a taste to Skills USA, planning fundraisers and working with my chapter. But what I was really learning, in addition to my trade, was how to troubleshoot, how to speak in public, how to lead a meeting, how to plan, and so much more. I got really enthused about Skills USA. I spent the next several years in the post-secondary, as a post-secondary student, active in my chapter at the state and local level. And as you heard, I had the good fortune to win the national contest back here in Kentucky and ultimately serve as a national officer. What I got out of all of that, and I'm so grateful for it, was the foundation from Skills USA. It was also that my active involvement in Skills USA connected me with my current employer, Toyota, my new family, or my current family. And more importantly, it was the teamwork, the project work, the class work, all of that was a foundation for the work that gets done every day in my office and with my teams and everywhere I go. It's a great opportunity.
97 years ago, Snap-on was founded on innovation. We innovated tools and equipment that made jobs easier to do, critical jobs easier to do, and we've built on that all the way to the current day. And we were founded in the dairy state of Wisconsin. Snap-on's been connected to Skills USA for over 40 years with cash and prizes and in-kind support at all different levels, local, state, and national. We recognize the importance of Skills USA and its members in their pursuit of building this nation's next and best leaders who are equipped with the needed professional knowledge and skills that allow them to fill the available well-paid and dignified jobs solving the nation's skills gap challenge. It's imperative for Snap-on, and it's imperative for the greatest country on this planet, the United States of America. Now, to tell you a little bit about myself, now my Skills USA resume is nothing like my friend over here on the left side, my left, but I was born just a few years ago in a state that has 10,000 lakes. Where's Minnesota? But I moved, and I grew up in a state that has the most 14,000 foot in altitude peaks in the United States. We call them 14ers, Colorado. And I still live in Denver, but I did spend 10 years in the Golden State of California. So my connection with Skills USA, not as, impressive as his, it started over 40 years ago, but I graduated from high school as a DECA student. I didn't hear a lot there. But proof of the importance of a great education, little time, I came to appreciate and was steered to Skills USA. And I came to find out that it is a far superior organization. After high school, I owned multiple auto parts stores in the Denver area, and my stores supported the local contests the local Skills USA contests that were happening. When I came to Snap-on about 30 years ago, I became involved at a national level, and that's where I drank the Kool-Aid. And Skills USA has become a passion and a critical part of my life. I appreciate the opportunity to be involved with the students, the advisors, the administrators of the best career technical organization in the world, Skills USA.
So our companies together and so many others that you're going to see represented here this week are partners with Skills USA because we all understand that the skills gap in our country is real. But we also know that this is a solvable problem. And the solution is right here in this room. Each and every one of you, the parents and families supporting you, and the instructors and advisors guiding you are the foundation for the change we need. You're living the example that skilled trades combined with solid workplace practices are really a recipe for success. Now, whether your future's on the shop floor, the design or the engineering department, or even sales and marketing, practical skills, personal integrity, self-confidence, and consistent effort are what this country needs for a vibrant and growing economy. Exactly what you're going to be demonstrating here this entire week.
So why do companies like ours want and need you in our organizations? Each of you are talents. With the support of Skills USA, you're empowered as members to become world-class leaders, responsible American citizens, to pass your knowledge on to future generations. Skills USA improves the quality of our nation's future skilled workforce through the development of personal, workplace, technical skills, all grounded in academics. So we need you because you are prepared. You've proven yourself in the classrooms and you've proven yourself in the competitions.
We need you because you're confident and you know you can do more and are willing to step forward and accept a challenge.
You're connected. You've learned the value of a support network with your peers and advisors. You're engaging with the members of the very industries that you're training to enter. Skills USA members, you are truly gifted and special. You are the best of America. Before we close here, I want to invite any of you, if you see me or Tom out in the halls or in the area, come by our booths, pick up our pins, come say hi, talk to us. We'd love to hear you. That being said, have a great night. Congratulations on a tremendous accomplishment for making it here to the National Conference. You're kicking off an exciting week, and it's one that just might change your life. Good night, everybody.
Mr. Trisdale and Mr. Ventola, thank you for being with us and co-sponsoring tonight's general session. Snap-on Incorporated, and Toyota Motor North America are companies that honor being skilled and recognize how important career and technical students are to corporate America.
Now, we welcome a Skills USA champion who is a living example of being respected, dedicated, motivated, and skilled. It is through his leadership skills that we have reached the largest number of members and the largest conferences we have ever seen.
He went from student member to welding instructor to state director and now leads the best student organization in the nation. Please welcome the Executive Director of Skills USA, Mr. Timothy Lawrence.
Awesome.
Good evening. Good evening, Skills USA champions. What a great time to be a member of Skills USA. You agree? Woo! And students, the skills you have never been more in demand. This is your national conference. This is your time to shine. So welcome to the 53rd National Leadership and Skills Conference. You are all champions. Tomorrow, our Skills USA Championships showcases the best students in the nation. That's you. Our partners have invested 70,000 hours volunteering to make this week happen. Why? Because they see Skills USA as producing America's future skilled workforce. When you succeed, America succeeds. The 2016-17 school year has been a banner year for Skills USA. This is our largest conference in history, and our membership hit a record of 395,488, including alumni. Thanks to you, members, for making that happen. This year, our members were invited to Capitol Hill to meet their elected representatives. We attended meetings in Washington, D.C. and across the nation to advocate for Skills USA and career and technical education. We work with Advanced CTE, ACTE, and the other career and technical education student organizations to align our work. 2 weeks ago, Skills USA was invited to the White House to talk about CTE and workforce development. And you were well represented by National Officer Mackenzie Ostrike from Oklahoma. And just this week, 3 Skills USA members were recognized by the White House. The U.S. Presidential Scholar is the highest honor bestowed for high school seniors for academic achievement. I want to recognize 3 students tonight. They are very special. Alkende Ortiz from Greater Lawrence Regional Votech High School in Massachusetts. Congratulations. Evan Welsh from Grand Forks Central High School, North Dakota. And with us tonight, our own national officer, Helen Smith of Sandy Creek High School in Georgia. We're so pleased tonight to have with us Kim R. Ford, the Acting Assistant Secretary and Deputy Assistant Secretary in the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education at the United States Department of Education. Thank you for hanging the medallion, Kim, and for recognizing the top career and technical education students in the nation. Helen, congratulations. We are humbled by these honors, but behind the scenes, there's hard work at every level and in every classroom. Skills USA is teacher-driven. Skills USA is volunteer-driven. Thank you to our education partners and our business partners for supporting our work. Thank you to the alumni and the Courtesy Corps. And a very special thank you to our state association directors. Each state director works so hard each and every day for you and contributes so much to your success. Thank you, state directors. And a huge thank you to our national staff. Each of you have contributed greatly to the success of this week. Speaking of being your best, in October, we will send a team of USA students to the World Skills Competition in Abu Dhabi to compete with over 70 countries from around the world. This team, America's team, is here this week to train and prepare for World Skills. To follow their journey, visit our website. Let me introduce these outstanding competitors. Skills USA World Team, come on out to the stage. Here we go. Jonathan Robertson, competing in automobile technology from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Jordan Baker, competing in bakery from St. Helena, California. Aaron Lucas Dutton, competing in bricklaying from Salisbury, North Carolina. Kylie Berkey, competing in hairdressing from Blountville, Tennessee. Corey Cleghorn, competing in mechatronics from Thomasville, Georgia. Team member Joshua Whittington, competing in mechatronics from Albany, Georgia. Asher Chickwin, competing in plumbing and heating from Northampton, Massachusetts. Chandler Kerr, competing in print media technology from Arnold, Maryland. Chris Zamastas, competing in refrigeration and air conditioning from Sidon, New York. Riley Johnson, competing in web design from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And Chandler Vincent, competing in welding from Price, Utah. We look forward to following you on your journey to Abu Dhabi. We are so proud of this group. Team USA, let's give them a hand. And tonight we have international friends from Canada, from Russia, and the United Kingdom. Joining us here at this conference, we're also so proud that Simon Bartley, the president of World Skills from London, is with us tonight. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, World Skills. As we celebrate the good things happening this year, we're also focused on the future. Our strategic plan and our board of directors is focused on more and better ways to serve you, our local chapters, and our state associations. This plan will help us enhance our teacher training and build an even more amazing industry partnerships. And we will position Skills USA as a talent pipeline and a skills gap solution as we build even more innovative programs for our students. Students, I want to speak to you for just a moment. This will be a week to remember. I hope things go smoothly, but if they do not, don't give in and don't give up. Just keep going. Contests at this level are tough. You're going up against the best from every state and 3 U.S. territories across the nation. Take it seriously, though. Get enough sleep, eat right, and prepare the best you can. It's a big deal to be here at Nationals. This is an elite event. Many of you will be recognized right here on this stage on Friday night, getting gold, silver, and bronze medallions. We'll be naming national champions. But getting a medal doesn't define your future success. I didn't win when I competed as a welding student, but I've never forgotten that day. It changed my life for the better. Win or lose this week, this event will shape your future. Surround yourself with good people. Stay positive. Work hard. And students, if you do your very best this week, your very best, you will leave Louisville always a champion. Champion. Speaking about good people and hard work, Skills USA has a lot of supporters. Thank you, Snap-on and Toyota, for sponsoring tonight, and the other 598 companies and associations who are here to support you students because they believe that you are our future. But I want to tell you a quick story about a great friend of Skills USA and the skilled trades. This person talks often about the skills gap. He's someone who believes that all work has value. As our creed states, he believes in the dignity of work, even dirty work. He says every job should be respected. This individual is someone you've seen on TV. He's often involved and interviewed by the media. He even testified before Congress this year. This person believes in Skills USA so much that his foundation and partners like Coke just gave us $100,000 to support 101 of you to come to this conference. I truly wish he could be here tonight to talk about these scholarships. He's such a great friend, such a great champion of Skills USA. And I just wish he were here tonight to share with you the great work that he does with his foundation and what he does for Skills USA.
Well, why don't you just introduce me, Tim, and I'll come out for crying out loud.
All right, Mike. You're here, Mike Rowe?
I mean, how hard can it be? You say, ladies and
come
gentlemen,
on,
Mike
man.
Rowe, I come out, I say hello.
Oh,
It's not that complicated. Thanks, pal. Well. Look who it is again. Didn't I see something on the big screen earlier that said it was going to get loud? Isn't that what it said? I'm sure I saw something. Is it going to get loud? Is it going to get loud? Is it going to get loud? All right, you don't have to scream for crying out loud. Hey, how are you? Good. Too much fun to come back here again. This is the 7th year I've had a chance to walk here and say hello, and I think it's the 4th or 5th year we've had a chance to have our luncheon. You know, kids come out, we give them some travel scholarships, I get to take some pictures, talk with you guys. Today was great. I met a lot of people in a lot of different trades, but what I learned more than anything else was that you guys and gals in the red jackets, man, you know how to eat. It's amazing. We had food for a lot more people than showed up, but then the food was gone. So anyway, that was great fun. It's wonderful to be here. I'm not here to give a big speech. I really just wanted to say hello because I'm still such a fan of what you guys are doing. And I'm still so proud to be able to help. Well, thank you very much. Tim was very kind. It's true. My modest little foundation was able to contribute again this year, but we wouldn't have been able to do it without my friend Charles Koch and the Charles Koch Foundation. They gave us money. We give you money. The money flies around, and hopefully somehow or other what do you guys call it? I think it's the skills gap, right? The skills gap starts to close. That's the goal. That's the goal. Every year for the last 7 years, I've talked about how important this is, and every year, the skills gap somehow or other gets wider. I don't know if you guys follow the news, but just last week they announced 6 million jobs. 6 million jobs exist right now, 75% of which don't require a 4-year degree. They require training. They require knowledge. They require the kinds of skills you guys are learning here day in and day out, the kinds of skills that you guys are mastering. 6 million available jobs. It's incredible. I want to ask you to do really the same thing I always ask you to do, which is to help us spread the message that you guys are perfectly suited to spread. But I want you to know what we're doing right now. Over the last 3 months, I've rolled out 5 short videos. Each one's about 90 seconds long. I just put them up on my Facebook page, and people share them. These videos talk about the skills gap. They talk about the importance of training. They talk about the high cost of 4-year schools. They talk about a lot of things that you guys probably hear a lot of other people talk about. But one of the ones that's most important to me is talking about the importance of focusing on trade schools. Now, if you see like Time Magazine, I stand too close, it whines, doesn't it? It's probably me, right? It's probably me whining. Here, let me stand back here. I talk a lot about the importance of 2-year schools, because every time I pick up the U.S. News and World Report or Time or Fortune or Forbes, one of those magazines, they're focusing on the highest rated 4-year universities in the country. And I did this little video saying, wouldn't it be great if one of these magazines at some point in time ranked the best trade schools in the country? Yesterday, I know, right? I mean, it seems reasonable. So anyway, this little video on my Facebook page right now went out a month and a half ago. 25 million people saw it. Yesterday, for the first time in their history, Forbes magazine, Forbes, did a full story on the top trade schools in the country. First time it's ever happened, right? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. It doesn't matter which schools are on the list, because there are thousands of good schools that are doing great work. What matters is a major publication is finally looking at the kinds of schools that this country needs and saying, okay, these schools as a group, they matter. So look, here's what I want you to do. Every year I say, please go out there and help spread the word in any way you can. Today my message is a little self-serving. Go to my Facebook page and share the post I just put up, which is basically me thanking Forbes magazine for focusing on these schools. Because if you guys, I promise you this will happen, because something's in the wind. Something's changed. People want to have this conversation. You share that post, and you're going to see Time, you'll see U.S. News and World Report, all of them are going to start paying attention to the kinds of schools that teach something other than pure academics. They're going to start paying attention to skill. And that's going to make a big difference. Do that for me, and I'll come back next year if you want me. And maybe even if you don't. Guys, it's so simple. It's so simple. The skills gap is not just opportunity. It's not just a chance for you to make your way in the world. It's a matter of national security. We've got 6 million jobs. We need to fill them. You're the country's best hope. They need to know about you. I'm going to do everything I can in the next year to make more people understand the men and women in the red jackets are the best hope we have. Thank you in advance for doing what you're going to do. Thanks for what you're doing right now. Have a great competition, and I'll see you next year.
The Skills USA Board of Directors sets the direction and policies of our organization. They put in a great deal of time to oversee our national programs and keep Skills USA the great organization that it is. Their motivation never fades when it comes to ensuring students are prepared for career success.
Represented on the board are educators across the nation, along with representatives from business and industry. They are elected by their peers to serve Skills USA in this capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce your Skills USA Incorporated Board of Directors.
The Outstanding Educator Award recognizes individuals for their contributions in advancing the principles of career and technical education.
Tomorrow morning at the Call to Action session, 5 individuals will receive the Outstanding Career and Technical Educator Award. The first of these honorees, Victoria Galliard Garrick, has been the principal of William Davies Jr. Career and Technical High School in Rhode Island since 2002. In that time, she revitalized instructional practices so much that the school became a National Blue Ribbon School in 2013. The second honoree, Ben Nesbitt, began his career as a printing technology instructor in Colorado. He was a Skills USA advisor, the Colorado Skills USA State Director, and then the Program Director for Skilled Trades and Technical Sciences for the state. Our next outstanding educator is Marty Warren. For 36 years, he dedicated his life to education by teaching electronics technology and being a Skills USA advisor for Labette County High School in Kansas. The final awardees tomorrow are 2 of Skills USA's finest state directors, Harold Casey from Maine and Joshua Klimp from Rhode Island. Both have earned the honor of being a certified state director. Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments and contributions to career and technical education in Skills USA.
The National Honorary Life Membership is one of Skills USA's highest awards. It is awarded to those individuals who have remained connected to Skills USA and performed outstanding services in advancing the purposes and goals of the national organization. Presenting these awards tonight are Mr. Tim Lawrence and the President of the Skills USA Board of Directors, Mr. Chris Arvin.
Our first 2017 Honorary Life recipient served as the ACTE liaison on the Skills USA Board of Directors. From Illinois, Mr. Alex Gramada. Our next recipient is considered a living legend at Texas State Technical College, where he has been serving as a Skills USA advisor since the 1980s. In that time, he has contributed to student success at the local, state, and national levels. Please welcome Mr. Marvin Mack.
With 30 years of experience in career and technical education, from his days as a teacher to his position as the Skills USA Ohio State Association Director, he worked tirelessly to support career and technical student organization activities as the showcase for Ohio's career technical education system. Please welcome Mr. Mike Coles. Our final awardee tonight has been a part of Skills USA for 46 years. He was the automotive instructor at Texas State Technical College, where he founded the Skills USA chapter. Please welcome Mr. Faustino Peña.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Honorary Life inductees.
In a few minutes, we will be announcing our Advisor of the Year, an award sponsored by Air Products. Before we do, we want to acknowledge all Skills USA advisors here tonight, as they are really key to our entire Skills USA program. It is their dedication to helping students that can influence and shape our futures. Most of us are here tonight because our instructor was the one who ignited our passion for Skills USA and our career choice. We each have our own personal story and history with our mentor, and right now, we'd like to share some of our thoughts on what our advisors mean to us.
I can't thank my advisors enough for believing in me and supporting me throughout my entire Skills USA career. They've been there for me in the good and bad times when it counted most. I owe them a part of who I am today because they've changed my life for the better.
Because of my advisor, I have been able to be a leader in Skills USA and meet with legislators and students about the importance of CTE education.
Without my advisor, I would have never been able to continue my journey in Skills USA post-graduation from high school. Without my advisor, I would have never learned the leadership skills and had the confidence in myself to be the best I could be.
Without my advisor, I would never have been so successful outside of my comfort zone. He's continuously encouraged and guided me throughout my Skills USA experience. Every time there was a single doubt in my mind, he was by my side cheering me on. Because of my advisor, I am where I am today.
Without my advisor, I would never have been able to serve as a national officer. His support has played a significant part in my Skills USA career.
My advisor has helped me not only in Skills USA, but in my personal life. She has pushed me farther than I ever could have imagined, and she has been and always will be a shoulder for me to cry on.
I can't thank my advisor enough for supporting me in everything I do. He's taught me the tips and tricks of my trade of masonry and has supported and encouraged me as I have grown in Skills USA. I cannot thank him enough for introducing me to the best student organization there is.
My advisor has helped me by giving me the tools to become an effective leader, not only in my chapter, but in society. He always makes me laugh when I'm having a hard day or I'm stressed out. I am so thankful for my advisor, and I cannot imagine my Skills USA journey without him.
Because of my advisor, I was able to realize that I have more potential as a person and as a leader. I learned that even someone like who I was, a very shy and introverted person, could have an impact on someone else's life.
I will never forget my advisor because she really discovered the leadership potential in me before I ever could. Her motivation helped me jump face first into challenges and become a part of opportunities that I never thought I could be a part of.
Because of my advisor, I was able to discover the options for my future. I went into my tech center not really knowing what I wanted in life, but my advisor went above and beyond to help me discover exactly what I wanted to do.
I am here today serving as a national officer because of the potential my advisor saw in me. She has been a great role model and a pillar of support that I will be forever grateful for. Every advisor gathered here tonight has helped their students build self-confidence, develop leadership skills, and prepared us for the next chapter of our life. Know that your dedication to being an advisor is never overlooked, and we as students appreciate every late night and early morning, every shoulder to cry on, and every hand to hold. The 5 advisors standing before us embody the characteristics that all of our advisors portray every day.
Region 1 nominee began his Skills USA career as a student at Worcester Technical High School in Maryland, and for the last 32 years has been paying it forward as a welding and computer-integrated manufacturing instructor at the same school. All who know him agree that he is the epitome of a Skills USA advisor, passionate about his students, giving them the encouragement, confidence, and leadership skills to help them succeed. Please welcome Richard Stevens.
As a Skills USA advisor for 13 years at Cleveland High School in Tennessee, our Region 2 advisor uses his natural energy and excitement as primary ingredients to encourage students in his culinary arts program. Those around him say he has a heart-driven desire to be a positive influence on his students and earnestly believes in what Skills USA leadership does for students. Please welcome Clyde Rush.
Our Region 3 nominee has been teaching culinary arts at Saginaw Career Complex for more than 3 decades. In her role as a Skills USA advisor, she has had numerous accomplishments, but what truly shines and sets her apart from other instructors is her kindness and the guidance she provides to her students. She is tireless, caring, and driven in all she does, especially when it comes to her students. Let's welcome Julie Ivan. Our Region 4 advisor is said to be the face of Skills USA at Current River Career Center in Missouri. As a multimedia instructor and Skills USA advisor, she is dedicated to providing for her students, whether it is making sure they have Skills USA attire or that they have a shoulder to lean on. She constantly goes above and beyond the call of duty to guide her students to success. Please welcome Debbie Latham.
Our final nominee, representing Region 5 from New Mexico, has been an advisor at Hobbs High School for 6 years. In that short time, he has catapulted his Skills USA chapter to national recognition as a Model of Excellence chapter. As a construction teacher, he has built a solid foundation of leadership and student dedication. Students say he is a friend, mentor, and guiding light in their successes as students and in their careers. Please welcome Oscar Contreras.
These 5 individuals are excellent examples of the dedication and care that we as students receive as we prepare to become leaders in our chosen occupations. We congratulate each one of you as you represent your regions, schools, and Skills USA advisors nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to introduce Edward Moss, Pressure Systems Engineer for Air Products, our Advisor of the Year corporate sponsor, to present tonight's award.
Thank you, Air Products, for supporting our organization and the advisors who are so vital to it. Tomorrow you can hear from all of our Advisor of the Year finalists at their Skills USA University session and discover firsthand their secrets to great chapters.
And now, the 2017 Skills USA National Advisor of the Year is Julie Ivan.
Still
student-to-student mentoring program gives high school or college students the chance to motivate middle or elementary school students by serving as mentors. The purpose is to encourage younger students to explore careers while giving older students a chance to serve their community. Skills USA sponsors a national recognition opportunity for student-to-student mentoring projects carried out by members. This award recognizes the chapter that best exemplifies the goals and purposes of our mentoring program. This year's grand prize winner is Hobbs High School in New Mexico. Accepting the award tonight are chapter advisor Israel Martinez and Skills USA member Alessandro Vicati. The chapter received $500 to continue their mentoring program and a $500 stipend to come to Louisville.
If your chapter would like more information on establishing a mentoring program, please see the Skills US website. Better still, learn about our grand prize winning program and how they accomplished their mentoring project by attending their Skills USA University session tomorrow at 10 a.m.
The 2017 National Youth Safety Video Contest challenged students across the nation to create a 2-minute public service announcement about workplace safety. The contest provides students with a unique opportunity to showcase their creativity, hone their leadership skills, and share what workplace safety means to them. Programs like the Youth Safety Video Contest and National Young Workers Safety Day are part of a greater career safe initiative called A Million Safer, a young workers safety initiative. The objective is to raise awareness of workplace safety education and general safety risks that America's youth face every day. No job is worth a young worker's life. Let's take a look at our winning videos.
Every 2 minutes, a teen is injured in the workplace. Safety is an integral part of workplace conduct, especially for today's youth. 1 in 3 high school students hold a part-time job, which means it is vital for teenagers to be aware of the best workplace practices for their occupation. A common misconception teens have is that they'll never find themselves in an emergency situation. Because of this, it is vital that teens be aware of different signs posted around their place of work so that they may be prepared for whatever circumstances they encounter. Safety is the most important part of holding a job. Stay alert, don't get hurt.
The workplace can be dangerous. Working on a lathe, grinding metal, working with electricity, cooking with fire, or driving for work. Every 2 minutes, a teen is injured on the job. But when you're working with 150 amps, 3,000 RPM, or commanding over 3 tons of vehicle, one mistake could be your last. So be safe. Career safe.
I was lifting boxes. I was using a forklift.
I was walking.
I thought my form didn't matter. I thought I knew how.
I thought I was paying attention.
Now I'm injured forever. Now I don't trust myself.
Now I put myself and others at risk.
And that's all it takes. And that's all it takes.
And that's all it takes. According to YoungWorkers.org, there are 1.5 million teens working in the U.S. Every year, 70 of these teens are killed and 800,000 are injured.
To learn more about career safety, go to careersafeonline.com.
Please welcome Career Safe Program Manager Katie George to present the awards.
And now, let's meet our award recipients. Third place goes to River Valley Technical Center in Springfield, Vermont. They received a $1,500 scholarship and a $2,000 cash prize for their school. Accepting the award are Tana Bischenberger and Elijah Pianka. Second place goes to Academy of Arts, Careers in Technology in Reno, Nevada. They received a $2,000 scholarship and a $3,500 cash prize for their school. Accepting the award is Alyssa Hernandez. And the winner of the 2017 National Youth Safety Video Contest is Middle Creek High School in Apex, North Carolina. As the first place winners, they receive a $2,500 scholarship and a $5,000 cash prize for their school. Accepting the award are Sarah Abushakra and Alyssa Smith. Congratulations! Next year's contest information will be released in October. For more information on how to submit your video, visit the Career Safe website or the Skills USA website.
Alumni members are a special and vital piece to Skills USA. They return to classrooms, leadership events, and conferences to volunteer their time and expertise to current members, advisors, and state directors. They are a true example of giving back to those who helped them along their road to success. Tonight, we honor 2 alumni members for their achievements. To help us, please welcome the chair of the Alumni and Friends Executive Board, Terry Robinson.
Skills USA has been a part of our first alumni honoree's life since she was a little girl. She used to attend Skills USA events with her father, who was a lead advisor at the local school. In high school, this cosmetology student became a Skills USA member. This led to a promising teaching career, through which she remained involved as a chapter advisor. Now, she continues to grow Skills USA with students and fellow teachers. Our outstanding alumni member for 2017 is Brandy Gage. Our next alumni honoree began his Skills USA career as a high school collision repair student. Now, more than 30 years after graduating, he still gives back to Skills USA Alabama. His volunteer service and commitment to Skills USA has empowered thousands of students and instructors and has positively influenced the growth and success of Skills USA Alabama. Please help us recognize our Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award winner, Doug Beasley.
Each year, Skills USA sponsors a web-based National Student Challenge to design the official pin and t-shirt for the National Leadership and Skills Conference. This contest is open to every registered member of Skills USA. This year's winner of the National Conference T-shirt Design Challenge is Alexis Espinoza, a digital media student at YV Tech in Yakima, Washington. He could not be with us tonight. In his place, Ryan Broom is accepting the award on his behalf.
This year's winner of the National Conference Pin Design Challenge is Melissa Swanchara, a graphic communications student at CS Monroe Technology Center in Leesburg, Virginia. Joining her on stage is her advisor, Pam Smith. Conference t-shirts are available at Texpo through the Skills USA store.
The President President's Volunteer Service Award recognizes and honors volunteers who set a standard for service to others. They demonstrate a sustained commitment to civic participation and make volunteering a central part of their lives. The award recognizes individuals and groups that have achieved a certain standard, measured by the number of hours served over a 12-month period or total hours earned over the course of a lifetime.
This year, Skills USA awarded a total of 122 individual awards and 17 team awards. Combined, these Skills USA members gave more than 57,000 service hours to their communities. They each received a certificate, a pin, and a letter from the President of the United States recognizing their service. Now, it's our turn to acknowledge the amazing community service work of these Skills USA members. Our Bronze Standard winners had to serve between 100 and 174 service hours in a 12-month period. For those over 25 years old, the number of hours ranged from 100 to 249 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 President's Volunteer Service Award Bronze Standard awardees. Our Silver Standard winners had to serve between 175 and 249 service hours in a 12-month period. For those over 25 years old, the number of hours ranged from 250 to 499 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 President's Volunteer Service Award Silver Standard awardees. Our Gold Standard winners had to serve 250 or more service hours in a 12-month period. For those over 25 years old, hours served had to be more than 500 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 President's Volunteer Service Award Gold Standard awardees. Two awardees earned the Lifetime Award, the highest standard possible. This means in each of their lifetimes, they gave more than 4,000 hours of community service. Here tonight to receive their President's Volunteer Service Lifetime Award are Brenda Jackson from River Valley High School in Arizona, and Craig DeToma from Manatee Technical College in Florida. Congratulations to all of our 2017 President's Volunteer Service Award recipients.
The President's Volunteer Service Award is open to all Skills USA members. Please visit our website to apply.
Nick Tokman has been on the Emmy-winning show, Deadliest Catch, for the past 4 seasons, battling some of the harshest working conditions known to man, including 30 to 35-foot waves, freezing temperatures, extreme physical labor, and 20-hour workdays. Nick proved that he was mentally, physically, and emotionally able to overcome some of the hardest physical obstacles in life. But what he is most proud of is that he never gave up going after his goals and dreams. After seeing his first episode of Discovery Channel's Deadliest Catch, Nick immediately knew he wanted to move to Alaska to work in one of the most dangerous professions, commercial fishing.
Despite his family doing everything they could to discourage Nick, he persevered. Nick's mission is now to inspire others to go after what they want to in life, to encourage them to be who they are, and to give every ounce of effort to make their dreams a reality. He wants to encourage others to not just dream, but do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick Sunshine Tokman.
Hey, later, man. I'll call you. Hey, say you're free. I love you. Ready? Hey, look. Want to play with the big dogs? You got to eat what they eat. Let me do the good stuff. This crab looks so good. I've never had that happen to me before. One little slip, I mean, you're screwed. That was fun.
I told you not to touch nothing with that hand. Dixie bird with a broken wing. You stand right there. You're the one-handed crabber.
Open up a can of man, baby.
I love that guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nick Tokman.
When you achieve something great, no one knows the amount of work it took for you to get where you're at. No one knows the blood, sweat, and tears it took for you to push forward when you feel you're running on empty. No one knows what you've been through physically, emotionally, spiritually, to push through those difficult times. One thing they do know: you wanted it bad enough to be here. Future backbone of America, teachers, and everyone in Skills USA, lend me your ears. You all came a long way from home. Your families, your teachers have invested a lot of their time into you. They deserve a round of applause. And on that note, I would like to thank my mom for being here today. If it wasn't for you, Mom, I would not be the man I am. Look, Mom, on TV! You should all be very proud of yourselves. You're all winners from your home state. You earned the right to be here. You all are showing how cool the trades really are. Take it from a guy who graduated college and went straight to the trades.
You are not just a carpenter. You are building homes for people to raise their families. You are not just a hairstylist. You are helping people look their best so they can feel confident in who they are. You are not just a nurse. You are helping people at times most needed in their lives. We all start off in life with a voice inside telling us exactly what we want to do. Maybe you wanted to be a firefighter, a business owner, or a welder. And later on, as we grow older, we hear all these voices around us. Who to be, what to do, what job to have. I feel over time, we do not know what we want to do, and we do not do what we want to do. Because the voices around us overpower our own. And we lose confidence in our own voice. I believe there's a passion, a voice inside you all, pushing you to leave your legacy on the world. My objective today, regardless of how big that passion is to keep it alive. There you go. I grew up next to Springfield, Massachusetts, the city of firsts, birthplace of basketball, Spalding, Smith & Wesson, first motorcycle. I can go on. This may sound familiar. Back in my hometown, a lot of the people never left. Some work at prestigious jobs they hate, while others struggle to find any job they can get their hands on. I didn't want to live like that. I was told to go to college. At the time, I didn't feel it was for me. I wasn't happy. I'm on break from college at my grandparents'. My grandfather turns on the TV, introduces me to Deadliest Catch. When I saw it for the first time, it spoke to me. I saw the weather, the waves, the excitement. I genuinely wanted to go crab fishing. My family, on the other hand, was not happy with my decision. I was going up to try to find a job in one of the most dangerous professions out there. They were so worried they wanted to prevent me from going so badly. They said they would not support me financially if I went up there. That almost stopped me. Although my family had my best interests at heart, I realized this was my life. I had to live it for me. Before leaving, it was a strange coincidence. My best friend Elena gives me my favorite book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, about a young guy who had this dream and adventure to see the pyramids in Egypt. I felt like that guy, except I was going to Alaska. While I was there, I heard no at least 150 times a day while looking for a job. I ran out of money, pawned the gold necklace my mom gave to me, camped out in the woods, stayed in a homeless shelter one night. I was also staying at random people's houses. I got on a bunch of boats that didn't pay well. One boat was the Neva. I didn't know the captain was known as the Frying Pan Man. 8 years back, he hit a crew member over the side with a frying pan, threw him over the side to try to kill him. 1 week later, I get a staph infection on my knee. I spent a week in the hospital. I lost my job. That was my biggest blessing. The guy that replaced me had a seal bomb thrown in his bunk, which is like a tiny stick of dynamite, sending him to the hospital, the captain in jail, the boat getting seized by the Coast Guard. If it wasn't for my staph infection, I could have been that guy. I fished pot cod on the sea bar. If you can do this job, you can go crab fishing. On the boat, I was the stack man. I'd run 20, 25 feet up, hook a pot up, run down, bring it down. Run up again, hook another pot, bring it down. I was also the bait guy. I'd run over, throw 50-pound blocks of frozen bait over my head into the bait chopper, scoop up some bait, run to the side of the boat, hold an 800-pound pot as hard as I could. Tension in my arms as the boat's rocking side to side. Freezing spray hitting me in the face. It was my first 20-hour day. I never worked that hard in my life. The next morning, I couldn't open my hands. I had to go under a kitchen sink under hot water to open them. They were feeding me energy drinks to sustain me. The last day, seas 10 to 15 feet, winds blowing 30 miles an hour. I was falling down every which way. My heart wanted to go, my body couldn't keep up. I kept telling myself, I can do it, I can do it. I slowed down. I can do it, I can do it. I couldn't. I was screaming, bawling my eyes out, I can do it, I can do it. The guys look over at me. Whoa, Nick, we like you. You got heart, but we got to take you back to town. You can't do this job. I'm sorry. I felt like a failure, but the guys looking at me in town like I was fragile pissed me off even more. That was the worst day of my life. I went to Alaska because growing up, my father wasn't around as much as I would have liked him to be. I thought if I could do this job, I would measure up to the definition of a man. I wasn't adding up. And for those of you that have faced failure or will face failure in the future, just know, failure will not kill you or break you. It's what you do after that matters. I was about to pack my bags, call it quits. Antonio, this big Samoan guy, convinces me to stay, fish halibut. He introduced me to Steve Russell, former two-time Golden Club boxing champion, all-state wrestling champion coming out of Nebraska. Tough as nails, didn't take anything from anyone. This guy had a heart of gold. If it wasn't for him, I would not be standing in front of you to this day. He fed me, let me stay on his boat. I was catching fish just as big as me, if not bigger. What I couldn't thank him enough for was he gave me the confidence I can do this job. Over the summers, I kept working for Steve. I also worked for Brian in Bristol Bay, gill netting salmon. After graduating college, I was home. 3 years ago, at this point, I failed at pot cod. I wanted to go crab fishing. The risk of death prevented me. But I did not want to be another guy 20 years sitting down asking himself, what if? I wanted to live. I called every day for a job. With 1/4 of the crab fleet left, few jobs, I'd be gambling $5,000 to go up find work. I was nervous. Bill Prout was the only person who helped me. I didn't know he was one of the best fishermen. He said, Nick, you're young, you can take risks. He didn't have a job for me, but heard I was a good worker. He said he'd pick me up from the airport and I could use him as a reference. I was so happy, I was so grateful, I offered to work for him for free and to show him I was a good worker. Cheston Clark, a deckhand on the boat, saw me working on the gear, went into the wheelhouse. Bill, You see that kid over there working inside that pot? He's been working hard every day, getting up before everyone else, and he isn't even getting paid. There's a guy in the galley you hired, popping pills, faking an injury. I think you might want to consider hiring someone else. Thanks to Cheston, I got the job. I was so happy. It felt as if there was a job waiting for me if I took the chance to show up. After beating ice off the boat, battling rough weather out on the ocean, constantly having to relocate our pots because of ice on the water, I succeeded. I had it in me. I made it through one of the worst seasons on record. You ask any crab fisherman, 2012 was one heck of a year. One night I'm sitting with my crew members. In walks Sig Hansen, captain of the Northwestern. This is the dream boat that gets me up to Alaska. He starts talking with my crew members, looks over at me. You've been looking at me the entire night. Why? I wanted to make sure you were who you were. That's smart. Want to arm wrestle? I lose. Couple days later, sees me, starts picking on me. I pick on him back. Comes over. My name's Sig. Shakes my hand. All these guys are trying to take pictures with him, have him sign autographs. He's talking to me. I don't know why. He offered me a job. I couldn't believe it. It was the hardest decision for me to make, but I turned down the job with Sig and stayed with Bill. Because I learned people who gave you your shot deserve your respect. If it wasn't for them, you would not be where you're at. I told Sig, he respected that. But the whole time I saw that boat, I wanted to be on it. 2 weeks before the king crab season, I made the biggest mistake of my career. I put water in the fuel tank. The other boat owner forced Bill to fire me. I felt like a complete idiot. I thought my career was over. I was so embarrassed, I locked myself in my friend's apartment. A few days later, I knew, even though I messed up, I had to find a job. Walking the docks didn't go so well. Oh, shoot, that was you? Everyone in the Kodiak fleet knew. I decided to call Sig. He said there might be something for Blue King crab. Maybe was a good enough reason for me to buy a plane ticket from Kodiak to Dutch Harbor. I arrived 3 days before the season. I see Sig's boat. I run over. The whole time I'm asking myself, should I tell him or not? Everyone told me not to tell him. He looks over from the wheelhouse window. Why aren't you working for Bill? This was the only thing that came to mind. I just told him. I put water in the fuel tank. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, well, that's not so bad. Let me make a few phone calls. That was definitely not the reaction I was expecting. He came back. He didn't have anything for me. I didn't know what to do. 2 days later, someone got injured on a boat. I was offered work as a fill-in. We finished our trip. The guy took his spot. I was back without a job. I asked myself, is there anything good going to happen to me? When am I going to catch my break? The Northwestern contacted me. They finished their red king crab season. I finished my job as a fill-in. And it just so happened they were looking for a guy. 4 years ago, I saw that boat on TV. After everything I went through, being homeless, running out of money, failing, thinking my career was over, I got on the very boat that got me to Alaska. They gave me the nickname Sunshine. I had a smile I couldn't wipe away from my face. every time I thought something bad happened to me, maybe it happened for a reason. The last thing I got out of The Alchemist was this. When a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person realize his dream. There is something inside you all that compels you to do what you want to do. That is your gift. We need to see it. Today, Springfield, the city of firsts, doesn't exactly have the same flair. I feel it got this way because most people no longer had the guts to go after what they wanted. They got so focused on being good enough for others, they stopped listening to their own voice, and they were no longer good enough for themselves. And all that pain, all that unhappiness people feel, they try to escape, is a reminder we cannot run from who we are. This is not just happening in Springfield, but all over the country. And if this does not change, what's going to happen to our future? To me, the definition of success is what you want out of life, how close you can get there despite all obstacles. I went to Alaska to find myself, to help me become the man I am. And now I am a speaker. Because all my life I have asked myself the same question I feel veers people off track. Why can't I just be me and be accepted for it? Am I good enough? Please allow myself to introduce the real me. My name is Nick Tokman, also known as Sunshine on Deadliest Catch, former four-year cast member, commercial fisherman, and now your speaker. Because I stand for going after what you want in life. Not for your friends, not for your family. Do it for you. Don't try to have some fancy job just to impress others when you really want to work on cars. And I stand for being true to who you are. As a man near my hometown once said, be who you are and say what you feel. For those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Dr. Seuss, Springfield, Massachusetts. And I believe if you give it everything you got, you will get to where you want to go. We are all here today to honor the Trades and Skills USA. And the work you have shown here today is a testament to your passion for the trades. Win or lose today, the same passion that got you in here, let it drive you forward. If you can wake up with passion and love in your heart for what you do, you will be a winner for life. Bon Jovi wrote "It's My Life" for all of us. It's my life, and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. Help me out here. My heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my Skills USA, America needs you more than ever. Now let's get to work.
This opening ceremony of the 53rd Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference stands in recess.
See you on TV, sunset done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it up.